y'all, welcome back to my channel. Wanted to get on here today with a use up video. This is going to be a get ready with me, and I'm going to be using all of the products I am loving right now. I will tell y'all I forget to use 2 of them because in a get ready with me, I'm just a little bit off of my game. It was just not a normal day, and I forgot to use 2 products with y'all, and I love these. Using both of these up. And that is the first one is this one. It's my sunscreen. It's the Zeo Skin Health Daily Power Defense. And I started using this up because I have a lot of sunscreens that are just sitting there. So I thought, well, this is small. I'll use this up. This gives the prettiest luminosity to my skin. Beautiful. Almost like a luminous primer. It feels good. I wouldn't call it moisturizing, but maybe a little bit. Any sunscreen would be. But this adds the prettiest glow to my face. I don't even know what SPF this is, but it gives a beautiful glow. And then the primer I'm using, because I'm using a real luminous foundation, I'm using the Too Faced Primed and Peachy because this is blurring and mattifying. So I'm using this through the center of my face. And then I've got this beautiful luminosity from my sunscreen through the rest of my face. So I'm using this. It blurs all through the center of my face. I can't believe I forgot to use this today. But anyway, I love my Too Faced Primed and Peachy Matte Primer. And then everything else I'm going to put on my face with y'all. So I'm going to jump right into this, and I hope you enjoy it. Good morning, y'all. Okay, so we're going to jump right into this. Y'all, I love these products. And I'm going to start with a color corrector. It's actually a concealer, but I use it for a color corrector. I use 2, and I love them both. I'm using up this MAC because I bought 3 of them. I have 3 sitting in my drawer. So I want to get rid of one of these. I want to use one of them up. So I use this mixed with this Boing. And it's great because this is a little emollient, and this is pretty perfect, but it's drier. So I get my Real Techniques little blending brush, and I love this too. I love it. And I dip into the MAC and the Boing. And then I'm just coming on these dark circles, coming up onto the lid, and covering any shadows. Getting right here in the corner real good, and then going over the lash line. These are just a pretty powerful combination. Then I'll bounce that out with a beauty blender. Okay, then I get another color corrector to go through shadows down here, and I love this. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin in light pink, and I'm trying to use this up because I have 2 of these. I went through a period where I was really overbuying the backups. I had a full one, and I went ahead and bought another. So trying to use one of these up, coming through shadows down the center of my face, around my mouth. And I like this because it's brightening and color correcting. Then I'm going up here to brighten right here between my eyebrows. And then blending that in with a beauty blender. And I kind of work this up into my other color corrector. You know, give that a little boost. So yeah, I love this. That's nice and brightening, a little color correcting. Very nice. And I'm making a good dent in that. Okay, next, I'm going to move on to my concealer. And I'm using up the Smashbox. I recently talked about this in my yearly favorites because I remembered I loved it, but I hadn't used it in a long time. So I picked this up and started using it up. I thought, I need to start going through all of these concealers. So I'm using this one up in the morning, and then in the afternoons for touch-ups, I'm using the Shape Tape. This is a beautiful touch-up concealer that you won't get to see me use today, but I love this for touch-ups. It goes on really smooth over powder, gives a flawless cover in the middle of the day, and I just tap a little bit on for touch-up. But this morning I'm going to use the Smashbox. This is a little bit thinner than the Shape Tape. The doe foot is fat and flat, So it's just really nice to tap on right here, and I get a really good cover. It's a little bit thinner, but covers great. So I'm just going to tap this on those dark circles that are forever peeking through. If I need any more cover on my eyelid, I'll go up here. Yeah, we'll just do a little more. We'll tap up here. And then I'm going to let that set for just a second. Let it kind of thicken up a little bit. All right, I let that set up for about a minute, minute and a half. And then I'm going over it with a damp beauty blender. And I'm not going to overblend, or I'll start blending it away. Kind of coming down. And instead of going all the way out here, where when I smile, I have smile lines, I'm more going down. About halfway over and then down. And that concealer is so underrated. I never hear it talked about, and it's so good. So good. So yeah, love that. That's a great cover. All right, doing the other side. And now I'm going to go on to my foundation. And what I have pulled out to use, I will tell you, I just used up the Givenchy Tint Couture Everwear. Loved that. I really enjoyed it. That was more of a matte finish. And now I'm using up something totally opposite that. And it's the Tarte Foundsealer. Love this. This is a nice full cover. It is a luminous velvety finish. Perfect for the winter time because it's so cold and dry. The air is so dry. So I'm using this, and it comes in this pump. You twist it and lock it. Okay, and then I'm going to get 3 pumps of this. And it is, you know, a little bit on the thicker side. It's not runny at all. And it is just a beautiful, again, velvety, luminous finish. I put it on with my fingers, and then I'm going to bounce it out with a beauty blender. So I'm going to do that. Okay, and that's it. Just a beautiful, full cover, velvety, luminous finish. This is just what I crave in the wintertime. All right, and then my next favorite is my Milani Prep Set and Go. And y'all, this, I'm loving this. This was just sitting in my desk, kind of wasting away. Really didn't have a place because I was using up my Derma Blend. And my Derma Blend is just a transparent, not translucent, transparent, thin, white, loose powder. That's exactly what this is, except it's pressed. So when I used up the Derma Blend, I got this out, and I just used this with a puff and go in here. You can tell I'm making a good dent, and use it just like I would the Derma Blend. And I'm really liking it. And it is about probably a third of the price. The Derma Blend is $29. It does last a long time. And I don't know what this is. Probably very inexpensive. These lids always fall off. This is the second one I've had, and the lid always falls off. So I'm not crazy about that, but there's nothing wrong with this product. It's really good. All right, the next thing I'm using, I'm going to put on some mascara, and I want to make a correction or let y'all know something, give you an update. I'm using the Essence Lash Primer again, and I've said in several videos that this was not as good. The last couple I had used, I think those must have been old. I got another one, and it's excellent. It's as good as it ever was. So I'm using my Essence Volume Booster Lash Primer and the Sculpted Volume Mascara. So I'm going to go back, I'm going to go do that, and then we will do some eyes. All right, so I got my mascara on, and I also put on, I'm not using up a lip liner, so I just put one on. And the one I'm using is the Charlotte Tilbury Hot Gossip. And I love this. It is what's what I just put on? It is a peachy nude. I am using up a lipstick, a couple. And the major one I'm using up is this Becca Sugar. And I love this color. This is a beigey peachy nude, and that's what it looks like. On me, that turns a little bit dark, a tiny bit. So I always put a little bit of stick concealer with it. I'm going to show you what it looks like on its own though, first. Just very natural. But everything starts turning dark on me. Which, you know, that is fine. I still like it just a tiny bit lighter. So more of a Kim KW effect. More like that, a little bit glowing. But you can see it looks fine on its own. All right, we're gonna do eyes. And I never am using up eyeshadows. So if you're just here for the use up, you can fast forward through the eyes. I'm gonna use a new palette for this video, and it is gonna be a Too Faced. I just got the Pumpkin Spice. I love this palette. If I could get my hands on the that other spice before this, I don't remember what it was called, I would get it. But I love this palette. I love the Too Faced eyeshadows. They're great. So we're going to use this, and I'll start with this a la mode. Yeah, we'll start there. I've got my Sigma E47, and we'll do the crease and transition. I'm putting that in the crease and working it up as a transition. Yeah, just a real nice golden brown. Very nice for the fall and winter. Okay, and then I'm going into this kind of pumpkin-y color over here. It's called Pumpkin Spice. And that kind of blends, adds a little more golden, kind of blends that edge. All right, then I'm going into Ginger Spice down here. It's almost a red. No, I'm gonna go into Spice Baby down here. A little more of kind of a chili pepper. And I'm on the outer increase. It's fiery, like red leaves. Oh, so pretty. All right, doing the other side. All right, I'm doing my blending with a Morphe M506. I love this brush. It's the perfect size for my lids. Okay, now we're gonna go into Cocoa Drizzle out here and just do that very outer V. And I've got my E47 again, and just the very outer. Enriching that up just a little bit. I'm going to bring that down and underneath. And I just usually stay on the outer. I like a smoked out look, but I rarely do it for every day. All right, then I'm getting my Milk Jumbo Stick. NYX Milk Jumbo Stick, and running that on my eyelid, just on this inner to make a little more eyelid. And then I'm getting that Morphe M506, and I'm going into the very lightest and just go over it. To make a better eyelid. And then smoothing those inner edges. Okay, doing the other side. Beautiful. Very easy to put on, not a lot of fallout. Great, love that palette. Okay. All right, for face color, for blush, I'm using up several at one time because I use a cream blush every day. That looks bright on camera. Really bright, and it is pretty bright. This is Groovy, and this is a MAC Glow Play. I love these so much, and I have about 5 of them, so I decided I better start using them up. So this is the first thing I put on every day. In my light here in real life, this looks like a orangey coral. It's just a coral. It's not so red. So anyway, I'm gonna put a little bit of this on, just tap this Blur brush, which is what I always use. See, it's not that intense. And this is what I put on every day. and it's just a good coral. And then I can just leave it like that if I'm going for a real warm look, but I usually 99.9% of the time I'm putting a powder over it. And then, so that's what I'm using every day, making a good dent in that. And then over that, every day right now, I am using the Charlotte Tilbury Love Glow, making a good dent in that. And this is just a great peachy pink to put over a cream blush. Got a little bit of a sheen to it. So I'm using my Real Techniques, going into this, and I'll go starting at the back so I don't get too much. It just kind of sets that over the bridge of my nose, anywhere the sun would hit. Yeah, so that's what I do every day. And this makes the coral a little bit pinker. You know, it's peachy pink, so it goes with everything. For bronzer, I am using my Givenchy Tint Couture Healthy Glow Powder because I have two of these. This is the number 3 and I also have it in number 2. And I see some little shiny spots where I've kind of hit pan in this, just a tiny bit. Y'all, I bet I used this 95% of the time last year, and it just lasts and lasts. Definitely worth the splurge because it lasts and lasts, and it's so good. It really makes me want to sell every other bronzer I have because this would be perfect for every day. All right, and next we're doing a finishing powder, and I'm using at my e.l.f. One of you girls told me about this. It's the Perfect Finish HD powder. And this just gives a beautiful blurred finish. Like that. And I have really hit pan in this. Big pan. I'm going to just go around in that and buff my face out with this. All right, and those are all of the products I'm using up right now that I am loving. Y'all definitely down below let us know some things that y'all are loving, and that's all I have for you. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, leave comments and questions down below, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all have a good day. Bye.